too. So if like we stumble up or whatever, we'll just pick up where we left off.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna kick off an intro and then we'll go from there. Here we go.
Perfect.
What's up? It's Mikey V. If you are a foodie or a fan of the heat in the kitchen, do not go anywhere because joining me right now is a person who went from the flames of hell kitchen to running the whole show. He battled it out on national TV, impressed Gordon Ramsay, and now he's taking the helm at one of the hottest restaurants in the Northeast at Foxwoods Resort Casino. Starting May 1st, it was just announced Chef Kyle Timpson will officially be executive chef of Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen at Foxwoods. What's up, Chef? How you feeling?
Hello, how are you? I'm so excited. Super excited.
Congratulations. This is so huge. You know, I want to know your whole story. How did you start? You know, what was the spark for your passion in cooking?
For me, it started when I was younger. I grew up in a predominantly not conservative, but I grew up in Cape May County, New Jersey. It's a lot of, I don't know. I don't want to offend anyone.
No, say it.
They're not very. The younger crowd isn't very welcoming to the gay people then when I was younger growing up. So there's a lot of bullying. So I was bullied a lot when I was younger. And my way to make friends, or the way I made friends, was expressing myself through what I love to do, and that's cook and bake. And it was baking back then. So I made cupcakes and I would bring them into school. I'm a fat kid. I love cake, Who
I love it too.
So that was a way that I would make other people happy, and I would make friends through expressing my love for my craft. And I still do that today, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, and I'm going to bring to Foxwoods. I'm going to express my love for food, and I'm going to share it with the guests that come in.
That's so amazing. I mean, how about the food from New Jersey, the scene there? How was that growing up for you?
Honestly, it was amazing. My mom cooked a lot at home.
Yeah.
But my aunt also, she couldn't cook very well, and she still can't. And she knows that. I tell her that all the time. I can do that.
Awesome.
But yeah, so she would take me out to dinner all the time, whether it was in Cape May, Atlantic City, Stone Harbor, Avalon. I'm from down in Jersey, South Jersey,
Right.
so I name all those places. But we would go to different restaurants every single week, maybe 2-3 times a week. I mean, it was a lot. Most people don't get to experience that, but it was really fun. We would go on cruises, travel different places, Puerto Rico,
Heck
all over
yeah.
the place. So, I was always eating out. That was something that's big for me, and I still do it.
I'm
Even
a huge
more so
foodie.
after winning the show.
Yeah.
I was going out to eat 3 times a week, and I was like, okay, calm down.
Yeah. Do you find yourself judging the food?
No, I mean, yes. I mean, it's hard to. I think any chef judges food. It's what we do. Like any fashion designer judges fashion.
Right.
It's the same thing. Whatever field you're in, you're going to judge the way someone else does something because you may do it better or you think you can. So, I mean, I find myself judging food. Most times now, I keep the comments to myself.
Yeah.
I know my family gets annoyed, and even if I say something like, "Oh, this is a little gritty," they're taking that as just negative, and
Right.
I like to keep it positive too. So
Now I heard is it pork roll in Jersey? Is that like a sandwich that's pretty popular? Or is
pork
it
roll,
Taylor ham?
yes, sir. I mean, it depends where in Jersey you're from. I believe North Jersey calls it Taylor ham, but
Yeah.
we don't do that.
So pork roll's the way to go.
Pork roll, egg and cheese. Yeah, it's just porky round meat.
It sounds
It's like
yummy,
thick
though.
bologna, but
Okay.
better.
I'm
But
sure you
better.
can make it
Yeah,
outstanding too. I really want one now.
yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Let's talk about your Hell's Kitchen experience. I mean, winning that is such a huge achievement. What was the most intense moment during the season?
The most intense moment was the night that I was on the fish station because it put me in the bottom two. I
Yeah.
pride myself in being able to cook fish very well.
Yeah.
Whenever someone asks me what my signature dish is, I don't really have one. I like to just say that I like cooking seafood
Mm.
because of where I grew up in Cape May County. Um, but I fumbled it that night. I got in my head. I second guessed almost everything I was doing,
Yeah.
and it threw my timing off. It threw my flow with Lulu off on the meat station. She was also in the bottom, and ultimately, I was able to stay in the competition, and I kicked some butt.
Take the
Not to
W.
toot
Heck
my own
yeah.
horn.
I love that so much. How was Gordon? Is it pretty intense like we see?
Oh, Intense but amazing. You know, you
Yeah.
expect that. We've all seen the show. We've all seen some clip of the show, whether we
Yeah.
watched an episode or a clip on YouTube or something or TikTok.
Yeah.
Um, you know, we've all seen it. So you kind of know what to expect.
Yeah.
That being said, when he walks in the kitchen, and I tell the guests this when they ask me the same question in the restaurant, when they ask how is it working with Chef Ramsay,
Yeah.
when he walks in the kitchen, you clench your butt cheeks together and stand up taller. You know, you do,
I love
because it's
that.
nerve wracking. It's stressful.
Yeah.
He's intimidating, but he's also really nice and kind, and he wants
Mm.
to see you succeed, which is really awesome.
So you would say it's like a tough love in a way?
For sure. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how you learn. You know,
Exactly. Yeah. I'm with
if
you. I'm the same
everyone's
way.
nice to you 24/7, and I'm not saying he's mean, but if everyone's like nice to you and they baby you and stuff, you're not
Mm.
gonna get anything out of that, and you're not gonna grow and learn. So
Amen to that. That's for sure.
yeah,
You
it's
know,
very
because
appreciated.
you got to take the constructive criticism, I
Oh,
guess.
100%. That's a
Right.
big learning curve. Everybody has to learn how to actually take constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Because as you see on the show, I got a little testy with Joe the one day when we're making a menu. But
I love it. You said this earlier. You made history as the first openly gay winner. What does that mean to you personally and professionally?
it's really important to me because when I was growing up, I was like addicted to the Food Network. People had
Mm.
cartoons and stuff. I didn't watch that. And people watched Disney Channel a little bit, Hannah Montana,
Okay.
hey girl.
Okay.
Um, no, but I would watch the Food Network, and I didn't see a lot of queer representation on the Food
Mm.
Network when I was young. It was all I watched, you know, and to now be able to be now being able to be that person for other people is really important. Also, I didn't do it in like a subtle way. I mean, I wore a
Right.
hot pink zebra on day one, so you know,
We're here for a statement. You
there's
know,
many ways to be a chef, and you can do whatever you want. So as long as you know how to separate the two at times, but just have fun. Yeah.
you did it. You know what I mean? You
Oh,
came
for
in and you
sure.
rocked it. So that's amazing. How about a lesson from Gordon that you always carry with you now?
The one thing I always come back to, and this is like really simple, and like a lot of people might not be able to relate to it, but maybe. It was on charity night. I had taken on the entree, which was the red snapper dish, as
Mm.
well as, which they didn't show, but it's expected that there's a dessert that night. So I took on the dessert course, which was the souffles, and we were doing souffles in the same time with the red kitchen.
Mm.
So it's a new kitchen. I'm not sure if everyone knows the Hell's Kitchen studio kitchen there was built for the first time
Yep.
ever for our season. Um, and the kitchens are exactly the same. The equipment's exactly the same, but just because it's the same equipment doesn't mean it works the same or has the same timing. So if we both set our timers at
Oh,
the exact same time, the heat's going to be off and everything. So, and I know that, but it's like you don't think about that in the moment. So he
right.
basically came over to me and was like, it was like a moment. Like I had to slow down, like you know, because we're trying to get everything out, and you're like rushing, you're second guessing yourself, even though you've made the souffle a million times, you know? So just like it's a lesson to just calm down, you know, and
Yep.
like focus on what you're doing. And that was really cool because it's not necessarily a cooking skill, but it's like more like a life skill
Yeah.
in a sense. So
Like slow is fast, fast is slow,
yeah,
sort of
just
thing.
like focus on what you're doing and, you know, read the equipment and not just the product, if that
I don't
makes
know
sense.
how you do it. I mean, you're
Oh,
doing 10 million things at once.
yeah,
You know,
it's
you're
nuts.
cooking.
That's the point though. They call it Hell's
Yeah.
Kitchen. So you gotta go through it.
Oh man, my hat's off to you. That's so amazing. And you're speaking of the kitchen. Let's talk about Foxwoods. This is
Mhm.
what we're here for. Amazing, huge congrats on this. You're
Thank you
taking
so
the
much.
reins. So how does it feel to step into the restaurant? You know, that was the prize.
It's amazing.
Mm.
Foxwoods, I'm not sure if you've seen it, is
Oh
massive.
yeah.
And Hell's Kitchen at Foxwoods is giant. The ceilings are super tall. I mean, the first thing I noticed was how much detail went into that
Yeah.
kitchen and that restaurant. There's little pitchforks on the ceilings, there's pitchforks on the back of each chair.
The
Gordon
flames.
Ramsay's portrait is built into the beads above the chef's counter. Like, it's so cool. And it's like
Yeah.
individual beads painted, something. But it's amazing. And the team there is phenomenal. I can't wait to get in there on May 1st. And I've been there a few times, several times. But, you know, they're all phenomenal. The line cooks, the dishwashers, the managers, the
Yeah.
bartenders, all phenomenal. Food's consistent. They're exceptional. Yeah, I can't wait.
How does that training come about for, the line cooks and your team? Does that come you start that now, or does Gordon come in at some point, or it's all you?
So the Gordon Ramsay North America team, they have a big part. The Foxwoods team has a big part in it.
Mhm.
Everybody works together. So it's
That's
really
cool.
awesome to see how that works because there's so
Yeah.
many moving parts. Yeah.
And I'm sure there's like tons of training. You just want to keep getting better and better, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's always room for improvement, just like any
Yeah.
field, whether you're a doctor or a nurse, there's
Yeah.
always something, a banker, there's always more training and you never stop learning. So that's something I'm very happy and very excited for because I want
Yeah.
to learn the way of Hell's Kitchen and the way of Foxwoods. And I've never worked for Hell's Kitchen. So, there's always
And now
growth.
you're doing it, the
Yeah.
biggest casino in the world.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
amazing.
exactly. Humongous.
How about the interaction with the Mashantucket Pequot Tribal Nation? That there was a point that really moved you, right? Can you talk about that and how it
Yeah.
impacted your
So
decision?
I was actually I was able to be part of the 33rd anniversary of the casino a
Mm.
few months ago.
Yep.
And Jason, the CEO, invited me to come up and give a speech. My speech was only, which I was kind of nervous about because I like talking to people, but like when you're talking
It's
about
different when there's a
a
mic,
very
right?
important moment like the 33rd anniversary, it's different.
Yeah.
Like little old me, I just won Hell's Kitchen, like why me?
It's
Um,
still a huge thing.
But, I mean, now I realize it really is.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I was able to be part of this, and I had a 30-second speech. And when I was up there, like right before I went up to give my speech. Sorry, right before I went up to give my speech, the Mashantucket tribe was banging on the drum. They were playing a
Yeah.
song. I don't know the exact song, but it was very cool, and you could basically feel the drum beat in
Yes.
your body, which was really cool and like not something I've experienced before. So in that moment, I was like, this is awesome. Like, I kind of feel like I belong here. So
Mm.
when it came time to give my speech, I kept thinking, like, I want to say, like, I accept my job, but like, it's not my moment. So I told Jason afterwards, but it was really cool.
That ceremony gives you chills.
Oh, for sure. It does. Have you
Yeah.
experienced it?
I have actually when I went to go check out the grand opening
Oh,
of Hell's Kitchen. It was
wow.
tremendous.
It's really, really cool.
Yeah, it was amazing. And I love that you got to experience it. So, how about the kind of vibe or experience you want guests to feel when they walk into Hell's Kitchen now at Foxwoods?
I mean, Hell's Kitchen is a different experience from any other
Mm.
restaurant, in my opinion. There are some restaurants like it that have open kitchens to that style. I don't mean the red and the blue, or I just mean like the open kitchen aspect or the
Yeah,
feel and look. But when you walk into Hell's Kitchen, you hear people screaming from the kitchen, but not bad screaming. They're calling back tickets. They're
yeah.
responding to the chef leading the kitchen, just like Chef Ramsay does on Hell's Kitchen.
Mm.
So that's really cool, and you feel it's like interactive in a way. Um, you get to see the live action, and then you'll get to see me standing up on the past doing the exact same thing. So,
That's
and
so cool.
maybe get a photo or two. So, yeah.
Heck yeah. So, do you allow that? We can come up and say hi.
Yes, I believe
Awesome.
so.
Well, yeah, no, right. We don't want to bother you. That's the
Oh,
whole thing. But
that's what
I
I'm
would
there
definitely want
for.
a picture. How about Ramsey's signature dishes like the beef Wellington? Are you planning on to bring any of your personal twists or specials
There,
in?
there are definitely some surprises coming.
Okay.
Um, they will be coming out soon. I'm not going to
All
speak
right.
on them yet. Within the next 2 months ish.
Yeah.
Um, Wink, wink. Yeah, but the classics are never going anywhere. Beef
Yeah.
Wellington, lobster risotto, the scallops. They're all delicious. The sticky toffee pudding. Oh my God, so
Oh
good.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's big.
So good. We used to eat it on the show over the trash can like an apple with toffee sauce just like running down your arm.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Oh, I can't wait to see what you're bringing in too. Now you got to let me know when it's gonna be popping off because I'm coming by. I'm gonna try. I want to try your flair on things.
It's coming soon. Yeah.
All right. Fingers crossed. Can't wait for that. Um. Now, how about you've done work in some incredible kitchens from Jersey Shore. You've been to Philly. How will that experience influence your leadership?
So I've been all over, whether
Mm.
it's New York, Philadelphia, Jersey, everywhere. I even worked in a restaurant in France. But
Oh,
whatever.
amazing.
Yeah, all over the place, all kinds of stuff. But
Croissants were amazing. Sorry.
yeah,
I'm just
oh,
trolling.
croissants, love croissants, crepes, everything. It's all great.
Yeah.
But you kind of you learn what not to do at some places, and you learn what to do at others. But it's all about just learning about growth.
Yeah.
I think the hardest thing in restaurants and any job is like relating to people and talking to people and like handling people, managing people.
Yeah.
And that's not like a bad thing. I mean, you have to respect someone to get them to respect you. Obviously, we know that, but
Mhm.
it's all about your interactions with people. If someone makes a mistake, don't yell at them in front of the entire dining room. Here, it's different. You can't scream at someone in the middle of the restaurant,
Right.
especially nowadays. But, but just pull them aside at the end of the night and talk to them at the end of the night, and ask them what's going on. You don't always just like assume it's like they made one mistake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, don't
You're
always
having a
assume it's
bad
just a
day at home.
problem. Maybe they have something else going on outside of work.
Mm.
So just relating to people is something I really enjoy and like specialize in now, I guess.
Right.
Not
No,
really. I'm not a therapist, but
we like to communicate though, and
no, for
be
sure.
the good person.
Communication is the best. Yeah.
I'm sure some people want to see the whole arguing thing though at some point that they see on the show. But that
Yeah.
doesn't really happen at the restaurant, right? We're there to like enjoy the
Yeah.
cuisine.
We're there to provide great service, great
Yeah.
food, a wonderful experience. So, I mean, you hear the chefs in the kitchen calling back to the chef on
Yeah, so that's
Expo,
cool too.
but no real arguments or anything like that. I mean, that would just be chaotic.
You're not
I
throwing
love chaos though. So
it's not cooked.
yeah,
Throw it against
just
the wall.
wail a Wellington across the kitchen.
Yeah, that's hilarious. All right, so I love getting to know you, and I know you're super busy. How about we close out with some fun stuff?
Okay.
Sound cool?
Yeah, totally.
We'll do a quick one.
You're not going to ask me to do like cardio, right?
I'm not
Okay.
doing cardio. I'm not
Okay,
going to make
stunning.
anyone else do
Perfect.
cardio. How about your favorite midnight snack after a long shift?
Ooh, I'm going to have to say something frozen. I love a
Okay.
good freezer. I'm like a big, like, I don't know if you can tell, I love like crappy food. Um,
No.
oh yeah, like a mozzarella stick out of the freezer,
Oh
terrible.
yeah.
Like just like really bad. Like,
Mhm.
or I don't know, pizza rolls, like
Pizza
delicious.
rolls are fire.
Oh my God, bagel bites. Like
Dino nuggies.
some, oh, dino. I still want to make a dino geddon. Are you kidding me?
Oh my.
With
Yes.
the gravy from the packet, instant mash, frozen broccoli, period. I
I
love
saw
all that.
Dino Nugget chicken parm. It looked fire.
Oh,
I
my
know.
favorite is dino nuggets and like honey mustard.
That's so good too. So I have
Oh,
a about to be 2-year-old son, and
mm-hmm.
every time I make his Dino Nuggets, Dad has got to put a few extra in there so I can
Oh,
have some.
yum.
So
Oh, you want to
good.
know something real terrible? This one's like terrible. Salted butter,
Mm,
2 slivers of salted butter with a piece of popcorn in the center.
no way.
It's delicious. Don't eat a lot of it though. It's not
I
good
thought
for
you were
your
gonna say
health.
cracker, but
Dude.
popcorn.
Oh, popcorn.
Ooh, and I
I mean,
love
like a
popcorn.
Ritz cracker might be good too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that
Ooh,
next.
period.
Right? I know. Now I'm so hungry. All right, one more, two more. One ingredient you can't live without in the kitchen.
Kosher salt, easily. Yeah, I mean, kosher salt. Next to that, I would say fresh thyme. Fresh thyme
Mm,
or maybe marjoram if we're, but
okay.
I'm love herbs and kosher salt is one you can't live without. We don't do the iodized salt, people. We
Yeah,
need to
tell me
do
like that.
kosher.
So kosher's I mean, I get
It
the
just has
big
a better
blue
flavor.
cube. Yeah.
You don't need as much of it. It has a better flavor. And get like a coarse one. Don't get the fine one because then you need a lot.
Right.
But get the
Mm.
coarse kosher salt. I mean, obviously, you're not sprinkling this on your pasta, but it's great for a steak. It's great in sauces. It's
Yes.
what we use in most kitchens. In things. Finishing, you would use a Malvin salt or something like a flakier. But
Gotcha.
kosher salt is the number one.
So as soon as I get home today, I'll be throwing my salt out
Oh,
and
I have both because the iodized salt is cheap. And the
yeah.
kosher salt, I get the diamond one. It's like $12 for a box, but it lasts a long time. It's like 3 pounds.
It's worth
So,
it.
yeah, totally.
I'm getting some. And finally,
Mhm.
if Chef Ramsay were listening right now, what would you say to him as you start this new chapter?
I want to say thank you so much for putting me through the ringer. Um, I want to say thank you. You may have inspired me to play a little bit of pickleball. I'm just kidding. I was terrible at that. I'm publicly. No, I want to say thank you so much for the opportunity overall. Like this is a great opportunity. I wouldn't have this without you.
Yeah.
None of us would. Hell's Kitchen wouldn't be here for 23 seasons without Chef Ramsay. So, thank you so much, Chef.
It's amazing. Listen, congratulations again. I know you have such a busy day. Kicking things off officially May 1st, Chef Kyle Timpson,
May 1st.
executive chef, Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen at Foxwoods Resort Casino. We will see you there, chef.
Thank you so much.
Congrats.
See you soon.
That's perfect.
Awesome.
You are amazing. Seriously. I cannot wait to come see you.